I have always loved St. Nazianz. Ever since I was a little kid, I always dreamed of someday living here.
Well, 14 years ago, that dream became a reality for a retired beekeeper.
But he didn't just move to St. Nazianz. He immersed himself in the area's history beyond belief. Tonight in Small Towns, Jeff Alexander meets the man who's recorded the history of every home, farm, business, and resident dating back to the 1850s.
This is my uncle.
Born in Milwaukee and raised in Menominee Falls, Bob Domagalski often spent summers as a child with his grandparents in St. Nazianz, a village that inspired him to dream.
As soon as I could write in first and second grade, I was compiling information. And I thought, even when I was in first or second grade, I thought, someday I am going to write the history of this village. I just loved it so much.
After graduating from UW Stevens Point, Bob spent nearly 40 years as a beekeeper. During the off-season, it was all about adventure. He bicycled across the country 3 times, all over Europe, and canoed the entire stretch of the Mississippi River twice. But of all his travels, only one place continued to fill Bob's heart.
Of all the places on earth, this is the place I love to be.
In 2010, after retirement, Bob purchased one of St. Nazianz's most historic homes, built in 1856, that also served as the village's first post office. But prior to moving to St. Nazianz, he had already spent years compiling and writing the history of the community, which was founded as a German Catholic commune in the 1850s, the only one of its kind in the state.
This is the streets of St. Nazianz. It covers 4 square miles, and this is sort of the genealogy of the people who have lived in St. Nazianz.
Thousands of pages published in 2007.
I go by sections. A section is 1 square mile, and St. Nazianz is within 4 sections. So that's 4 square miles. So I did the history of every house and every person who lived within those 4 square miles, including every business in town.
Once living in St. Nazianz, though, Bob's passion project really took off.
I spent more time at the Manitowoc County Courthouse in the Register of Deeds office probably than some people who worked in the Register of Deeds office. I was there, I'd get there when they opened up the door and they would shoo me out at the end of the day.
Bob soon learned the courthouse provided a treasure trove of information.
At the Register of Deeds, I can get birth, marriage, and death records for most people. And they also have the land records. They go back to the very first land records where the federal government was selling this land. And then I can progress all the way up till the current day with who owned a certain house, how much they paid for it, who they sold it to, who the family members were that were living in that house. And then, of course, with the marriage death records, I could do the genealogy of all these people.
Despite all of his research, Bob realized one thing was missing, so he spent countless hours visiting homes in the area.
Knocked on people's doors and asked to go into their attics to look for photographs, because along with the history of these houses, I want photographs of the people who lived in them.
Let's just say Bob's quest for photographs,
these are all alphabetical,
proved extremely fruitful.
I have approximately 1 million photographs in my house right now.
Over the last 14 years, Bob's research has expanded far beyond St. Nazianz to 80 square miles around the village, and the depth of it is unparalleled.
I don't think anybody ever in the world has done what has been done here. Every single lot, every single business, every single farm, every single house, I have the complete history of it.
Which is why Bob gladly opens his home to a constant stream of people eager to learn about their family history.
I have meetings with people here all the time. There'll be people here tomorrow doing research.
And Bob will be right there with them, tackling all the history of another square mile.
I've thought it'd be kind of neat to end at 100 square miles.
And don't be surprised if one day Bob's research takes him beyond 100 square miles. And then one day when he passes away, he wants all of his research and his home to go to the St. Nazianz Area Historical Society. In St. Nazianz with photojournalist Michael Bergman, I'm Jeff Alexander for Small Towns.
He knows everything about everyone in that town.
How many pictures again?
A million.
A million pictures.
That's amazing.
Boy, great job.
Labor of love.
Such persistence. Next week in Small Towns, a family's history filled with teachers in every generation dating back to the Revolutionary War. And remember now, if you have a small town story idea, make sure you email it to Jeff at smalltowns@wbay.com.
We're taking